Okay, Hufflepuff, hello and how are you? I am getting ready to do this. I was supposed to do this a few hours ago, but I had a drink and then I had another one and I was like, hey, guess what? I'm about to go do my recording because now I'm like relaxed. Been kind of stressed a little bit this week. And then my son called me and we sat there and chit-chatted for like 2 hours. So that was really nice. I had 2 more drinks and then spent a little bit of time with my husband and went to bed. And then I woke up and I was like, hey, maybe now I should record. So I'm going to record now. All right. So Hufflepuff, last week there was a bit of this feeling that you were kind of down in the dumps, sort of. Kind of like you were in a maze and you couldn't feel where you needed to go next, but the message was coming through that, you're right around the corner. So I hope that maybe the fog is clearing a bit more. Maybe we can get more of a clarifying message for you. Either way, I guess when this message reaches you, it's for you. And yeah, I love you, Hufflepuff. One of my favorites. My baby girl's a Hufflepuff, and yeah, great kid, great person, great house. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull from this stack. Why? I don't know. That's just what I'm doing. So let's go ahead and get cracking, shall we? Just opened up a Pepsi, and I don't know, the bubbles are kind of doing a trick on me. We shall see what happens. Like I said, I've been stressing a little bit this week. Still in the middle trying to figure out what I'm doing with my life. And trying to deal with, I guess, reconciling everything. Anyways, Ginny Weasley and the Quidditch pitch. Ginny Weasley being a Quidditch player, among other things. Ooh, I'm moving the board. Okay. Let's see what else we got. I don't know how many cards I'm pulling today. We'll see, Hufflepuff. Okay? We'll see what happens. Still trying to get into this. Yeah. Ooh. Aw, Fluffy. All right. What else? Well, I guess we're doing a bigger reading for you today. All right. Arthur Weasley, the Prefect Bathroom, the Room of Requirement, Amos Diggory, and approaching Hogwarts, but not just Hogwarts. It's like that final approach to Hogwarts where you're approaching the boathouse. I don't know if you can see that or not. So, and let me just show you the Room of Requirement, because I'm not sure how well that's going to show up on screen. All right. And while we look at those, let me go ahead and pull a clarifier from the Harry Potter Tarot. And again, these cards, I've already kind of shuffled them. Not kind of. I did shuffle them off camera. So, yeah. Ooh, words are just not my thing today, guys. Let's see. what else we can do with this. What is this? Defeat. And it's the Sectum Sempra spell. This is from the Half-Blood Prince's school book. A lot of detail that's in there. Like, it's not actual just crap words. Like, it's legitimately words. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like made up stuff. I like that. Okay. Give me a minute. Let me think. So I'm looking at this and we've got two father energies, right? And we've got, so, okay, Ginny, she's amazing, right? I mean, we all love her. She's the only girl. She's the youngest and she's the girl. So, like, there's a lot of pressure on her, but then there's still also, like, no pressure, right? Like, she can, almost by virtue of just being the only girl, she could pretty much do no wrong, right? So she has all of this support. She has all of the brothers helping her and supporting her. I'm not saying that she needs it. I'm just saying that she's got a pretty good solid foundation. Oh, well, now that's interesting. So I'm seeing the 9, 10, and Jack. And like I said, I wasn't really going off of what the suits say. However, there is that cohesive? No, what's the word? Like a togetherness, right? It's raining on the Quidditch pitch. We've got the room of requirement, and it's this big view, right? In this deck of cards, in this one, there are, I think, like 3 views of the room of requirement. And each one has a different view of the vanishing cabinet. Different perspectives. And I think this is one of the ones that's like so much further away. Like, so it's like this really like far away looking, matter of fact, these 3 right here, right? They're really far, like a far perspective, like the bigger picture kind of perspective. And I see both of these dads with, like, they both have experienced loss. I'm not trying to say like he had lots of kids to, you know, play the numbers game there, but I mean, Amos, I don't even know if Cedric had any brothers and sisters, you know, like I think that might have been his only kid. I could be wrong, guys. I'm thinking out loud. But, you know, and he's also kind of like, you know, like waving like, hey, like maybe he has some kind of message or something. These 2 make me think of something hidden, as well as Fluffy, like he's guarding something. And with the defeat being like the overall message, I do believe this is the 5 of Wands. And because it is the Sectum Sempra, yeah, it's something that just kind of cuts you open. And it just doesn't just cut you open, like it just slashes open your chest and it's like your heart and your guts, you know. So it's like this blow to your not necessarily to your body, but it's very emotional. Interesting, considering it's the wand. So I mean, you've got that whole fire energy, that the creativity, but also the sexuality. It's not really an emotional card, but I'm reading this as maybe hiding or guarding something. For some of you, I'm feeling like maybe you're trying to guard someone that doesn't need to be guarded. But then the other part of me is saying, no, you know what? That's not right. I feel like you have this, you're unique in maybe the way that you were born, or maybe, gosh, I don't know how else to put that. So I'm kind of feeling that I don't know so much as it's the way you were born or the position that you're in, but something about you makes you just slightly different from everybody else. You know, you're not like other girls, right? I hate sounding cliche with that. Something about your situation right now, Hufflepuff, is unique. And I think what I'm seeing here is like looking for something, right? Like you're looking for something that is lost. Or maybe you're trying to lose something, right? I'm see, it's this card right here where I'm thinking, is it telling me that you feel defeated or that you're coming up on being defeated? Like something you're trying to do isn't working. Maybe it's time to just cut your losses. Maybe that's what it is. Now that I've said it out loud, I kind of feel, especially in regards to what last week was saying, right? Like you're right there, you're almost there. Like you're playing a game that you're really good at, right? Like you are in your element. And you know, both of these have like this guarding element, right? But they're opposing, right? You see how Arthur, he's looking that way, and Fluffy's looking that way. And all three heads are looking that way, right? So it's like this opposing, this, they're both trying to guard and protect you. In either way, maybe maybe they're saying here that whichever way you're going to go, like you're going to be protected, right? And all I can see with this one really is, I keep hearing the song, you know, just come seek what you've lost, and you know, an hour long you'll have to look to recover what we took. And so I'm thinking of like, it's that something is hidden. And then when we get to the room of requirement, I also feel like that's just like the bigger picture, right? Like that's just, it could be anywhere. I feel like maybe this is maybe it's your heart, maybe it's your life, maybe it's a lot of, there's just so much confusion. Maybe with the water here, it's like a watery, like, okay, so emotions, right? Like your emotions, like this is how, this disarray is how your feelings are feeling. How your feelings are feeling. Yeah, that's real smart. So you're guarding your feelings. With the two dads here, I'm just really feeling like I don't know, the type of dads that they are, they're both just God, I wish my dad was like them. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I'd had a dad that was like that. Just this loving and this kind of unconditional, it's like that wonder, right? Like they're in awe of their children. Like they're just like, wow, these are my kids and my kids are amazing. They're just really cool dads, I think. But almost to the point of being like naive, right? So like a naive strength. Or maybe it's just like this unconditional love. And maybe it's that final approach. Okay, so yeah, I hate to just connect the two, but I mean, if I have to be really honest that from last week where you guys were in this labyrinth in the maze of trying to figure out like which way to go, and the message coming through that, you know, like you're right there, this is really just telling me that, yeah, maybe you feel defeated, maybe it's like kicking you in the gut, whatever it is that you're going through, like that's your overall feeling. But I think it's telling you that, you know what, you're you're almost there. Like, look at this. You're right at the shore. You're about to dock on a new land, on a new adventure. And maybe it's just telling you, you know what, just toss all that emotional baggage in the room of requirement. Just toss it into the clutter of mess of stuff you've collected over the years. Put it in there, shut it in there, and just keep them as memories. Whatever the hell you've been through, whatever you've felt that you had to like guard viciously, that feeling of having lost something, I think the only way that you're going to heal and go forward is to, I don't want to say cut your losses, but cut your losses. You know, take that book and just throw it in there. Eventually, at some point, you can revisit it. Maybe when you're ready to process it further. It's always going to be there. I feel like that doesn't sound very helpful. I know that most people would say that, you know, you need to deal with your problems as they come. But sometimes we have larger issues in life that maybe right now we don't have the tools to process it. And we will, you know, with training, we can become a really good player at the game. But perhaps right now, maybe you don't have everything that you need. And yeah, that's pretty much what I've got, Hufflepuff. Sorry if that wasn't the best, but that's what I got. All right. Well, I love you guys, and I will see you next week. Bye.